So,
Hmm.
if I had to ask you that, what is some blueprint that you would suggest, or some methodology that you would suggest for someone who wants to get started into interaction design, what would
Hmm.
that be?
Right. Okay. So first thing, I don't consider comparing UX and UI and product different. All things are same. I mean, design. We just call it designers. Don't separate it from UX designer and UI designer.
Yeah,
At the end, we are like solving one single purpose. We are solving for bigger purpose. Um, but like we have like some extra skills. That's why we get differentiated.
yeah,
Some are really good at research. Some are really good at visuals. Some are really good at problem solving, and some are really good at motion design. And that's how all these things got into light. But at the end, it's part of the ownership that you take. um, Sometimes the contributions are really obvious, that you have designed something and it's out there, it's live, right? uh, and sometimes it's the tiny details, such as download animated download icon or animated like button, right? So at the end, it's the you know uh, it's the ownership that you take, actually. um, so let's talk more about motion design right now.
yeah,
What is motion design? Motion design is a really big term. Motion designs are used in films and lot of these entertainment sectors, VFX motion, right? A lot of Pixar, Disney films, they use these motion design terms. Motion design in interfaces is interaction design.
yeah,
What is motion design in films is you just watch it, right? It just you don't have to do anything with the experience, right? But motion design in digital product is with interactions. You
yeah,
get to interact with the digital interface. So that's the tiny differentiator
yeah.
that
That's
is
the
there.
nuance.
That's the nuance is there. So if you don't need to like learn you know what Pixar and Disney animators are doing. You just need to learn like the basics of animation,
Hmm.
right? There are like plenty of courses online. And like the tools are getting better and better. So what I used to do at housing was used to prototype it in using After Effects, which is like really uh, specifically designed for VFX and animation. But we use that to make prototypes for UI design, right? UI interfaces. Right now, there are like really simple tool available. You don't have to learn After Effects and all. You can do it by using Principle or Prototype. Uh, but yeah, dude, I mean, like, given that the tools are like really advancing, uh, the gap is narrowing down. So I feel there is a lot of potential to be an interaction designer. And as you said, like, if there a blueprint, um I would say there is no blueprint, uh, because there are like a lot of these material available. You just need to learn, apply, and repeat. you know Learn the techniques and hardware behind the interfaces. you know what's the refresh rate looks like. What are the lidar scanners, what are these techniques, what are these new technologies which are like coming, right? So I learned a lot of these things from Apple's WWDC keynotes. So they conduct after each WWDC keynote, they conduct these online workshops for developers. But I have learned like a lot of these hardware techniques which goes beyond the interface, which are like really fascinating. You get to see like how lidar scanner works, how refresh rate works, how these touch gestures works, right? It's like gaining more knowledge, learning more and applying those principles. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
about
great,
it.
man. So
Yeah.
I feel the summary of what you're trying to say in terms of the blueprint is that there's no blueprint.
Mm.
You have to
Yeah,
explore like how everyone does, and you
yeah,
have to put
yeah.
it into practice because
I
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me that if there is a course for interaction design, yes, of course there are courses in interaction design, but I don't see because the technology is evolving and like updating each after 3 months or 6 months. Interaction design is making it narrower. So in order to be in a presence, right, you need to be updated.
right.
So I won't recommend doing any other courses, but just doing it by learning more and applying those principles.
Learn by doing, like
Yeah,
explore
learn by doing.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.